Today, we're diving deep into the world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on one of the most beloved coins in American history, the Lincoln 1-cent penny. Did you know that some of these pennies can be worth millions of dollars? In this video, we'll explore the top 200 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies, the stories behind them, and what makes them so special. So, let's get started. Today, we are diving deep into the world of rare coins, and our spotlight is on the iconic 1960 Lincoln cent. Yes, that small penny in your pocket could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, a single 1960 penny recently sold for a staggering $89,329 at auction. Stick around to learn what makes this coin so special, its history, and why collectors are paying top dollar for it. Before we talk about the value, let's take a step back in time to understand the history behind the 1960 Lincoln cent. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was minted in Denver. In 1960, the United States Mint produced a massive number of pennies, but there was something unique about that year that caught the attention of collectors everywhere. Two versions of the 1960 penny were minted, one with a small date and another with a large date. This variation alone has sparked considerable interest among collectors. But it's not just about large and small dates, it's also about errors, conditions, and unique qualities that make certain 1960 pennies worth a fortune. Now, let's talk about what makes certain 1960 pennies so valuable. First, there's the small date versus large date difference. If you look at the 1960 pennies, you'll notice that the date can either have a smaller or larger size. The small date version tends to be rarer and more valuable, especially in high grades or uncirculated conditions. But that's just the beginning. The most prized 1960 pennies include those with errors or varieties. For instance, some pennies exhibit a famous D over D or repunched mint mark error. This occurs when the mint mark was struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the D of Denver. These error coins can fetch thousands depending on their condition. So, how did one of these coins fetch over $89,000? Well, the coin that sold for a whopping $89,329 was a near-perfect example of a 1960 small date Lincoln cent in MS 67 plus RD condition. MS stands for mint state, which means the coin has never been circulated. The number 67 refers to its grading, which is extremely high, considering the scale only goes up to 70. The RD stands for red, referring to the color of the copper. Coins that retain their original coppery red luster are considered much more valuable than those that have oxidized over time. A coin like this, one in such pristine condition and with a rare date variety, can easily ignite a bidding war among collectors. And that's exactly what happened with this one, pushing its value to an astronomical level. Now you might be wondering, could I have a valuable 1960 penny in my collection? The short answer is, it depends. Several factors determine how much your coin could be worth, including 1. Date and mint mark asterisk. The small date variety is generally more valuable, and the D mint mark is key for this particular coin. Point 2. Condition asterisk. Coins in mint condition, especially uncirculated ones, are much more desirable. Look for coins that still have their original red color, as this boosts their value. Point 3. Errors and varieties asterisk. If you find a repunched mint mark or other errors, you're looking at a higher value. Point 4. Grading asterisk. Having your coin professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC can significantly increase its market value. A high grade, like MS 67 or above, is where you see the most significant price jumps. Now, let's talk about current market values. While it's rare to find a 1960 Lincoln cent that sells for as much as $89,000, many coins from this year and mint are still quite valuable. A typical 1960 Lincoln cent in circulated condition may only be worth its face value, or slightly more, around 25 to 50 cents. But if you have an uncirculated coin in MS 60 to MS 65, its value can range from $10 to $100, depending on the grade and date variety. A repunched mint mark or other error coins can fetch anywhere between $50 to over $1,000 ** depending on the error and its condition. Finally, if you're lucky enough to have a small date 1960 D penny in MS67 plus RD condition, like the one we discussed, you could be sitting on a small fortune, with values easily reaching into the tens of thousands. So, how can you check if your 1960 D penny is worth a lot of money? Here are a few steps to get started. 1. Examine the date *, check if your penny has a small or large date. 2. Look for errors *, use a magnifying glass to inspect the mint mark closely for any signs of doubling or repunching. 3. Check the condition *, is your penny shiny and red, or has it oxidized over time? The better the condition, the higher the potential value. 4. Get your coin graded * if you think your coin could be valuable. It's worth getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to determine its exact value. Remember, even a small difference can make a huge impact on the value of a coin. So there you have it. The 1960 D Lincoln cent might just be the hidden gem in your collection. While not every 1960 D penny will be worth thousands, those rare coins with errors, small dates, or high-quality grades could surprise you. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to stay updated on all things coins and collectibles. Who knows, your next penny find could be worth a fortune. See you next time. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a seemingly ordinary coin that's actually worth a small fortune, the 1972 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. Imagine finding a penny in your change that could fetch as much as $76,922. In this video, we'll explore the history of this coin, what makes it so valuable, and what the current market conditions are for collectors. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about how a humble penny can be worth thousands, stick around because you're about to learn everything you need to know. Let's start with a bit of background on the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brennan, it marked the first time that a U.S. president was portrayed on circulating coinage. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has remained in circulation, and while billions of these pennies have been minted, certain variations and specific years stand out due to errors or low mintage. Fast forward to 1972, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. This is where the D mint mark comes into play. The D stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. Denver minted over 2.6 billion pennies in 1972, so what makes this particular penny worth thousands of dollars? Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 1972 D penny stand out from other Lincoln cents minted in that year? The answer lies in its unique features and its condition. While there were no major errors associated with the 1972 D penny, unlike the 1972 Philadelphia double-die penny, which is famous for its error, a few exceptionally well-preserved 1972 D pennies have fetched high prices at auction. First, let's talk about mint state condition. When a coin is graded as mint state, MS, it means that it's in nearly perfect condition, as if it just left the mint without being circulated. For the 1972 D penny, the most valuable ones are graded MS67 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. To reach such a high grade, a coin must have sharp details, no visible wear, and an exceptional luster. Low population in high grades ***. Even though billions of 1972 D pennies were minted, very few survive in such pristine condition. The rarity of finding one in MS67 or higher has made these coins highly desirable among collectors. In fact, fewer than 10 examples have been graded MS67 or above, making them extremely rare. Here's where things get really exciting. In 2021, a 1972 D Lincoln penny in MS67 plus condition sold for an astonishing $76,922 in a heritage auction sale. This set a new record for the highest price ever paid for a 1972 D penny. But why did this specific penny fetch such a high price? First, the condition was flawless. It was graded as MS67+, meaning it had an extraordinary level of preservation and luster. Second, the demand among collectors for Lincoln pennies, particularly ones with such high grades, continues to drive prices upward. Third, the limited population of these high-grade pennies adds a sense of scarcity, which often inflates the value. And finally, the auction itself was highly competitive, with multiple collectors vying for this rare gem, driving the price higher. This sale demonstrates how condition, scarcity, and collector demand can dramatically increase the value of a seemingly common coin. What's truly fascinating is that someone could have found this penny in their loose change. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1972 D pennies? First, you'll want to examine the mint mark. The D mint mark will be located under the date on the front of the coin, and it's important to confirm that it's a 1972 D penny specifically. Next, look at the condition of the coin. Does it have any scratches, wear, or discoloration? If so, it's likely not going to reach the top grades, but it could still have some value depending on how well it's preserved. For those who suspect they have a high-quality penny, sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC is the best way to determine its grade and potential value. Keep an eye out for sharp details on Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the wheat stalks on the reverse side, if it's a wheat penny. The cleaner and more well-defined these features are, the more likely it is to receive a higher grade. As of today, the market value of the 1972 D penny varies greatly depending on its condition. Uncirculated examples in MS65 or MS66 condition typically sell for anywhere between $100 and $1,000, while those in MS67 or higher can go for tens of thousands of dollars. However, coin values fluctuate with market demand, auction results, and collector interest. While $76,922 is the current record for a 1972 D penny, future sales could see similar or even higher prices as more collectors enter the market. If you think you have a valuable 1972 D penny and are considering selling it, there are a few avenues to explore. The first step is to get your coin professionally graded. Once graded, you can either sell it directly to a coin dealer, put it up for auction, or list it on an online marketplace like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Auctions, especially those held by reputable houses like Heritage, tend to bring the highest prices, particularly if the coin is rare and in high demand. Dealers, on the other hand, might offer a quicker sale but could provide a lower price as they need to make a profit on resale. So there you have it, folks. The 1972 D Lincoln penny may not have any major errors or low mintage numbers, but in high-grade conditions, it can fetch a staggering price at auction. The combination of rarity in top condition, high collector demand, and fierce competition at auctions has driven the value of this humble penny to unbelievable heights. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves the thrill of finding hidden treasure in your pocket change, the story of the 1972 D penny reminds us that sometimes the smallest items can hold the greatest value. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin collecting content. Have any questions or want to share your own coin stories? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you're passionate about coin collecting or just curious about valuable finds in your spare change, you're in the right place. Today, we're focusing on an incredible discovery, the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny *, which recently sold for over $54,000 at auction. That's right, just a single penny worth tens of thousands of dollars. Why is it so special? What's the history behind it? And could you have one hiding in your pocket right now? Stick around because we're about to break it all down. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny, let's first touch on a bit of background for the Lincoln penny series. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became iconic because it was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person's image, as opposed to the usual Lady Liberty depictions. Lincoln's portrait on the penny has been in continuous production for over a century now, making it the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. But not all pennies are created equal. There are particular years, errors, and mid-conditions that make some pennies worth more than a pretty penny, pun intended. One such example is the 1974 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, which has recently made headlines. Now, let's zoom in on the 1974 Lincoln penny, specifically the one with no mint mark. But what does it mean when a coin has no mint mark? Let me explain. Mint marks indicate where a coin was struck, whether at the Denver, D, San Francisco, S, or Philadelphia, P, mint. Philadelphia-produced pennies traditionally had no mint mark until recent times. In 1974, the majority of pennies were made with marks from the Denver or San Francisco mints, but pennies struck in Philadelphia lacked any mint mark. What makes the 1974 penny stand out is that while most of these coins have very little value beyond their face worth, rare examples in pristine condition, particularly those with errors, can fetch incredible sums at auction. But here's where it gets interesting. There have been a few 1974 pennies without mint marks that possess unique qualities in terms of their condition, material, and historical significance, which make them valuable. So you might be asking, why is one of these 1974 no mint mark pennies worth a jaw-dropping $54,011? Well, the devil is in the details. First off, condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. This particular penny was in near-perfect MS-68 condition according to the Sheldon coin grading scale. To put that in perspective, MS stands for mint state, which refers to coins that show no signs of wear and appear just as they did when they were struck. The scale goes from 1 to 70, so MS-68 means this coin is practically flawless. On top of that, the $54,011 penny had been well preserved, with strong details, and no signs of circulation, adding to its rarity. Remember, only a tiny percentage of coins from any given year ever make it to such high grades because most coins enter circulation and get worn down quickly. Finding one in this condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Another reason for the high value is due to its historical context. There are fewer well-preserved coins from this period due to the increasing transition to copper-coated zinc pennies, which makes copper pennies like this even more appealing to collectors. The scarcity of high-grade examples, along with demand from collectors who want the best of the best, drove up the price at auction to over $54,000. Now, the burning question: could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? It's entirely possible, but there are some things you need to check first. Point 1. No mint mark. Check your 1974 penny for any mint marks, particularly from Denver or San Francisco. If it's a Philadelphia penny, there will be no mark under the year. 2. Condition. The condition is crucial. If it's been in circulation, shows wear, or has any kind of damage, it's probably not worth much more than face value. But if it's in pristine condition, shiny, sharp details, with no signs of wear, it could be worth sending in for professional grading. Point 3. Get it graded. Speaking of grading, the most reliable way to determine your penny's value is to have it certified by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading companies assess your coin's condition and authenticity, which could be the difference between a penny worth a few cents and one worth thousands of dollars. Point 4. Error coins. Keep an eye out for error coins. These are coins that have been struck with mistakes, such as misaligned dies or double strikes, which can increase their value significantly. Sometimes the most valuable coins are those with errors that make them unique. Now, you might be wondering about the broader market for rare pennies. Is it just a one-off, or are people actively seeking these coins? The truth is, rare coins are always in demand among collectors. While not every coin will reach the staggering heights of $54,000, rare high-quality pennies from various years, especially those with historical significance or minting errors, are continuously fetching impressive sums at auction. The market for coins in general has been quite strong, especially with online auctions making it easier than ever for collectors to buy and sell rare pieces. If you have a collection of older pennies, especially from the 1960s, 70s, or earlier, it might be worth going through them carefully to see if you have any potential hidden treasures. To wrap it all up, the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a stunning example of how ordinary coins can become extraordinary finds. With the right combination of rarity, perfect condition, and market demand, even a simple penny can turn into a small fortune. So, what should you do next? Start checking your spare change, dig through those old piggy banks, and see what treasures you might be sitting on. And remember, getting your coin graded by a professional is the best way to determine its true value. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other valuable coins or tips on coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Don't forget to check the description for more resources on coin grading and where to buy/sell rare coins. If you've found any valuable coins, share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies out there, the 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent. That's right, we're talking about a humble penny that's worth a whopping $43.999 on the collector's market. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about how a seemingly ordinary coin can fetch such a high price, stick around because this is going to blow your mind. So, what makes this particular penny so special? To understand that, we need to start with a bit of history. The 1976 Lincoln cent, like most coins of the time, was minted during an era where pennies were made primarily out of copper. But there's something very unique about this particular penny, and that's the absence of a mint mark. Most of you probably know that US coins often carry a mint mark, a small letter indicating where the coin was produced. For example, D stands for the Denver Mint, and S represents the San Francisco Mint. But coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint often do not have a mint mark. And that's the case with the 1976 Lincoln cent. Now, you might be thinking, wait, aren't there millions of 1976 pennies without a mint mark? How can this one be worth so much? That's a great question. The truth is, while most 1976 pennies without a mint mark are common, the real value lies in the condition of the coin. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from circulated, meaning they've been used in everyday transactions, to uncirculated or even mint-state coins, which have never been used and remain in pristine condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. And when we're talking about a penny like this one in MS67 condition, that's when the value skyrockets. An MS67 grade means the coin is almost flawless, with only minor imperfections visible under magnification. Finding a penny from 1976 in this condition is incredibly rare, and that's why collectors are willing to pay huge sums of money for it. In fact, this exact coin was recently listed for $43,999 at an auction. That's right, a single penny fetching almost 44 grand. This shows just how valuable rare coins in mint condition can be, especially when it comes to collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a piece of history. So, let's rewind a little and talk about why the 1976 Lincoln penny holds such a special place in U.S. history. 1976 was the year of America's bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. While the penny itself didn't have a commemorative design like the quarter or half dollar, it's still associated with that significant year. Other U.S. coins from 1976, like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, featured special bicentennial designs. Although the penny didn't get a special look, many collectors are still drawn to coins from this era, especially when they're in mint condition. While millions of 1976 pennies were minted, finding one in perfect condition is incredibly rare. Most pennies in circulation show wear and tear from years of use, but every now and then, one is discovered that looks like it just rolled off the minting press, and that's where the real value is. If you're wondering whether you have a valuable 1976 penny sitting in your change jar, here's what to look for. First, check for that missing mint mark. If there's no D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. Then, inspect the coin's condition. Is it shiny and free from scratches? The more pristine, the better. Finally, if you think you've struck gold, copper, have the coin professionally graded. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC will assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade, which can dramatically affect its market value. If your 1976 penny is graded at MS67 or higher, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Now let's talk current market value. Most circulated 1976 pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent. However, in mint-state conditions, they start to climb. A 1976 Lincoln cent graded MS66 can go for a few $100s, but an MS67? That's when we're talking thousands, and in some cases, as we mentioned earlier, up to $43,999. So there you have it, the fascinating story behind the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln cent and how a simple penny can become worth thousands of dollars. It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand from collectors. If you've got some old change lying around, it might be worth giving it a second look. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more cool coin stories like this one. Have you found any valuable coins in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time, and happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a really exciting topic for all the coin collectors out there. We're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies, specifically, the 1979 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might be wondering, can a penny really be worth thousands of dollars? Well, stick around because you'll be surprised to learn that some of these 1979 D pennies have recently been valued at a jaw-dropping $39,000. We're going to break down exactly why that is, so let's get started. To understand why a 1979 D Lincoln penny can reach such high values, we need to look at the bigger picture of Lincoln pennies. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. When it was first minted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, has become one of the most recognizable designs in U.S. coinage. But not all Lincoln pennies are created equal. Over the decades, small changes in design, minting errors, and rare varieties have made some of these coins incredibly valuable. And that's exactly where the 1979 D Lincoln penny comes into the spotlight. Now let's zoom in on the 1979 D penny. The D mint mark signifies that the coin was minted in Denver. In general, the 1979 pennies aren't considered rare, and millions of them were minted. However, there are a few very specific features that can make these pennies worth far more than their face value. One of the key factors is condition. For a 1979 D penny to fetch high prices, it must be in mint state condition, which means it looks almost brand new, with little to no wear or damage. This is incredibly rare, especially for coins that have been in circulation for over 40 years. The highest graded examples, typically MS66 and MS67, are the ones that attract collectors' attention. One of the most fascinating things about coin collecting is the value that rare minting errors can add to a coin. When it comes to the 1979 D Lincoln penny, errors can make a world of difference in terms of value. Some of the errors that collectors seek out include double die errors ****. This occurs when the coin's design is imprinted twice, creating a doubled appearance, particularly on the text or Lincoln's portrait. Off-center strikes ****. Coins that were not struck properly and show part of the design off-center. BIE error ****. This is a popular type of error where a die crack appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, creating what looks like an extra letter I. Coins with these types of errors are rare and can easily elevate a penny's value from a few dollars to thousands depending on the severity and prominence of the error. So, how do we know that a 1979 D penny can actually sell for $39,000? Well, this is based on auction data from reputable coin auctions. In recent years, collectors have been willing to pay top dollar for pristine, high-grade coins. One of the most notable sales occurred when a 1979 D Lincoln penny, graded MS67 Plus by PCGS, professional coin grading service, was sold at auction for around $39,000. This price was driven by the coin's exceptional condition, rarity, and the fact that it was virtually flawless under magnification. Alright, so by now, I'm sure many of you are itching to dig through your coin jars or old penny collections to see if you might have a valuable 1979 D penny. But before you start dreaming of hitting the jackpot, here are a few key steps to determine if your coin is worth big money. 1. Check the mint mark. First, make sure your penny has the D mint mark for Denver. No mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia, which has a different value range. 2. Inspect the condition. The higher the grade, the better. Coins in mint state condition, meaning no scratches, no dirt, and sharp design details, are the ones worth evaluating. 3. Look for errors. Get a magnifying glass and carefully inspect the coin for doubling on the letters or any other unusual features, like cracks or off-center strikes. 4. Get the coin professionally graded. If you think you've found a high-grade or error penny, it's a good idea to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Graded coins with official ratings will always fetch higher prices at auction. Finally, let's talk about the current market value. While $39,000 is an extreme case for a top-quality penny, most 1979 D pennies in circulated condition are worth anywhere from 1 cent to a few dollars. However, if you're lucky enough to have one in mint state condition or with an error, values can range from $100 to $10,000 depending on the specifics. As always, coin collecting trends fluctuate based on demand, historical interest, and the availability of rare specimens. While the market for Lincoln pennies remains strong, especially for rare varieties and high grades, it's important to do your research and stay informed on the latest auction results. So, there you have it. The 1979 D Lincoln penny may look like an ordinary coin, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for those rare gems. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you never miss a future video. And hey, if you've got any interesting coins or stories about your finds, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Could a simple penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? Well, in today's video, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the incredible story behind the 1980 D mint mark Lincoln cent that's valued at a whopping $37,888 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly 40 grand for a penny. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's dig deep into the history, the reasons for this astonishing value, and how you could potentially cash in on your own penny collection. First, let's get into the history of this coin. The Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner and first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny has undergone various changes over the years. But one thing has remained the same: it's a favorite for collectors. The D mint mark on the 1980 Lincoln cent signifies that it was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1980, the Denver Mint struck over 5.1 billion Lincoln cents, making it a common coin in circulation at the time. But, as with many coins, some unique variations and errors have driven the value of specific pennies through the roof. And that's where the 1980 D penny comes into play. Now, you might be asking, why is this particular coin worth so much money? What makes it stand out from the billions of other pennies minted that year? While billions of 1980 D Lincoln cents were minted, the high-value coins are often in pristine condition. For instance, coins that have been graded as mint state (MS) by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command high prices. The coin in question, which sold for $37,888, was graded at an astonishing MS67 Plus, almost flawless condition. This makes it one of the finest examples of a 1980 D penny known to exist. Collectors love coins that not only have high grades but also possess great eye appeal. This can include brilliant, uncirculated surfaces, sharp details, and a lack of blemishes. Toning, or the colorful patina that forms on the surface of a coin due to age, can also enhance its value. While the 1980 penny doesn't have a major error attached to it, small imperfections or unique die varieties can make certain coins extremely valuable. Die cracks, misstrikes, or off-center strikes can sometimes go unnoticed until years later when collectors discover their rarity. While this particular coin sold for its mint state, always keep an eye out for those unique error coins as well. Now, how can you tell if you have a 1980 Lincoln cent that's worth something? While you probably won't find a $37,888 penny just lying around in your change jar, it's not impossible to come across valuable coins if you know what to look for. Here are some tips. Coins in mint condition are far more valuable than circulated ones. Look for any wear or discoloration. If your penny still has a brilliant shine and shows minimal signs of use, it could be worth sending it in for professional grading. Check both sides of the coin carefully. Are there any unusual markings? Is the design slightly off-center? Even minor errors can increase a coin's value. If you think your penny might be valuable, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate the coin's condition and assign a grade, which will greatly influence its market value. If your penny has an attractive luster or unique toning, it could make it more appealing to collectors. Coins with strong visual appeal tend to fetch higher prices. At the time of this recording, the highest known sale of a 1980 Lincoln penny reached an impressive $37,888 in the current market. But the value of coins can fluctuate based on demand, availability, and economic factors. It's worth keeping an eye on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where rare coins often fetch top dollar. A coin like this can also be a great investment piece. Over time, as more people enter the coin collecting hobby, high-grade and rare examples like this could appreciate even further in value. So, even if your coin doesn't hit the jackpot today, it could be worth even more in the future. If you've done your homework and believe you have a valuable 1980 Lincoln penny, the next step is selling it. There are several avenues to explore. High-end coins often sell for top dollar at specialized auctions. Make sure to work with a reputable auction house, like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, that can help you reach serious buyers. Platforms like eBay can be great for selling coins, but you'll need to be cautious. Buyers will be looking for authenticated, graded coins, and it's important to have detailed descriptions and high-quality photos. Reputable coin dealers can provide a direct way to sell your coin. Make sure to get quotes from multiple dealers to ensure you're getting a fair offer. So, could you be sitting on a fortune? It's entirely possible. Coins like the 1980 Lincoln cent may look ordinary, but as we've seen, they can hold incredible value under the right circumstances. If you've found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you think you have a rare penny. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to cash in big on a small piece of history. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into coin collecting or even just curious about rare coins, you're going to love today's video. We're diving into a special and highly valuable coin, the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Believe it or not, this coin can be worth a staggering $54,922 in certain conditions. That's right. A humble penny, carrying an immense value. So, what's the deal with this coin? Why is it so special? And how could it be worth that much money? Let's get into it. To understand why a 1981 Lincoln cent can be so valuable, we first need to look at the Lincoln penny's history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln wheat ears cent originally, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it replaced the Indian head cent that had been in circulation for over 50 years. Since then, the Lincoln cent has gone through a few design changes, but the main profile of President Lincoln on the obverse front of the coin has stayed the same. Over the years, millions, if not billions, of Lincoln pennies have been minted. So why is the 1981 penny special? Let's break it down. In 1981, the US Mint was cranking out coins for circulation like every other year. But this was the final year of production for Lincoln cents made with a copper alloy, 95% copper, 5% zinc, before the transition to the copper-plated zinc cents in 1982. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia would either have no mint mark or sometimes include a P, while coins minted in Denver would feature a small D mint mark. However, there's something special when we talk about no mint mark pennies. A no mint mark coin is usually one that was minted in Philadelphia. But in some rare cases, an error occurs. In fact, when collectors mention no mint mark coins, they're often referring to ones where a mint mark should have been present but was accidentally omitted. This happens extremely rarely, making these coins highly sought after. So, how does a 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark become so valuable? Here are the key reasons. While billions of pennies were minted in 1981, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially with an error like a missing mint mark, is incredibly rare. The value of coins increases dramatically with rarity, especially when the error is scarce and the coin is in superb condition. Coin collectors value condition almost above everything else. When we talk about a coin's value reaching figures like $1.54, $9.22, we are referring to a coin in near-perfect condition, often labeled as MS68 or higher by grading services like PCGS or NGC. MS stands for mint state, meaning the coin is virtually flawless, straight from the mint, with no signs of circulation. Now, grading is a big factor in determining a coin's value. If you have a 1981 Lincoln penny, its value will largely depend on its grade. A circulated coin might only be worth a few cents, but an MS68 grade can command tens of thousands of dollars. The highest recorded auction for a 1981 no mint mark penny in this exceptional condition reached $1.54, $9.22. That's a life-changing amount for a single penny. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1981 penny? Here's what you need to check. First, inspect your coin carefully. If you find a no mint mark where one should be, especially if it's in exceptional condition, this could be a great find. Step 2. Examine the coin's condition. Look for scratches, wear, and tear. A coin in mint state, MS, has virtually no flaws, and that's where the big money lies. If you think your penny is in great condition, consider having it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Since 1981 pennies were still made of copper, they should weigh around 3.11 grams. Post-1982 pennies are mostly zinc and weigh about 2.5 grams, so a correct weight can confirm it's a copper penny. As of 2024, the highest price ever paid for a 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny in a top-tier MS68 condition was $1.54, $9.22 at auction. But don't worry if your coin isn't in that pristine condition. Coins in lower grades can still fetch anywhere from $5 to $50 or more. It's all about how well preserved your penny is, and if it has that key feature, no mint mark. What's in store for the future of the 1981 penny? As demand for rare coins grows and more collectors enter the market, the value of these rare Lincoln cents could continue to rise. Coins with errors, like the no mint mark, are always fascinating to collectors. And who knows? A 1981 penny could break its own auction record in the years to come. So there you have it. The 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent, a coin that could be worth up to $1.54, $9.22 in the right condition. Have you checked your coin jar recently? Who knows, you might have one of these valuable pennies sitting right under your nose. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin, or if you're going to start searching for that 1981 penny right after this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting! Hey there, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most sought-after pennies in circulation, The 1982 D Lincoln penny with the D mint mark from Denver. You won't believe the insane value of this coin today. It's going for an eye-popping $94,922 at auctions. Stick around as we break down why this seemingly ordinary coin is worth a small fortune, its unique history, and what you need to know if you ever come across one. Yup, this little guy is worth almost $100,000. So, let's get started. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, it replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature a president. The obverse side, of course, shows Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse had the iconic wheat ears design until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. The Lincoln penny is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, and it's not unusual to find millions of them in circulation. But not all pennies are created equal. Some pennies, like the one we're talking about today, have unique characteristics that make them worth so much more than just 1 cent. So, what makes the 1982 Lincoln penny so special? Well, 1982 was a huge transition year for the U.S. Mint. For decades, pennies had been made mostly from copper. But due to rising copper prices, it was getting expensive to make them. In fact, by 1982, it actually cost more than a penny's worth of copper to make a single coin. As a result, the U.S. Mint decided to switch from copper-based pennies to ones made primarily from zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. This shift happened in the middle of 1982, which means that both copper and zinc pennies were minted in the same year, and that's where the value discrepancy comes in. Now let's talk about the D mint mark. The D stands for Denver, where these coins were minted. What's really intriguing is that in 1982, both copper and zinc pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, and this resulted in a fascinating mix-up. Copper pennies from 1982 weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh significantly less, at about 2.5 grams. If you ever come across a 1982 D Lincoln penny, the first thing you'll want to do is weigh it. If it weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations! You might be holding a rare copper penny. This rarity is the reason a 1982 D copper penny sold for an astounding $18,800 at auction in 2017. But in 2022, another one shattered that record when it sold for $94,922. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for this coin due to its scarcity and historical significance. So, how can you tell if you have a 1982 D copper penny? Let me walk you through the steps. First, make sure you have the D mint mark on the coin, indicating it was minted in Denver. Next, you'll need to weigh your penny. The easiest way to do this is with a digital scale that measures in grams. Remember, a copper penny will weigh around 3.11 grams. If your penny is closer to 2.5 grams, it's made from zinc and won't hold the same value. Lastly, check the condition of your penny. Like any collectible, the condition or grade of the coin plays a huge role in its value. The coin that sold for over $94,000 was in immaculate condition, which drove up its price at auction. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this penny. As of today, the highest recorded sale of a 1982 D copper penny is $94,922, but prices can vary depending on the condition of the coin and where it's sold. Coins in excellent condition or graded by professional services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. However, even if your penny isn't in mint condition, it can still be worth quite a bit of money. A circulated 1982 D copper penny might still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the buyer and the market demand. Now, if you think you've found one of these rare pennies, what should you do? First, I recommend having your coin professionally graded and authenticated. This will give potential buyers confidence that your penny is the real deal. You can then choose to sell it through an auction house, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, or through online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy. Keep in mind that auction houses typically attract serious collectors, and that's where you're likely to get the highest prices. And there you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 1982 D. Lincoln penny that's worth nearly $100,000 today. Who would have thought that a simple penny could turn into a life-changing treasure? If you have a jar of pennies lying around, it might be time to sift through them and see if you've been sitting on a gold mine this whole time. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins, their history, and current values, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Also, comment below if you've ever come across any rare pennies or if you're just getting started in coin collecting. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy coin hunting! Remember, the treasure is out there. Sometimes, it's just hiding in plain sight in your pocket change. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of coin collecting, history, or just curious about how something as simple as a penny can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, then you're in the right place. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos on rare coins and collectibles. Why is the 1982 Lincoln cent so special? To understand the significance of the 1982 no-mint mark penny, we need to take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, and it's one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. But 1982 was a particularly important year for this iconic coin. Why? Well, it marked a major transition in the composition of the penny. Up until 1982, Lincoln pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which gave the coin a distinctive weight and feel. However, in the middle of that year, the U.S. Mint made a big change. Due to rising copper prices, they switched the composition to 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, which significantly reduced the penny's weight and cost to produce. But here's where it gets tricky. Some pennies from that year were made from copper, while others were made from zinc, creating multiple varieties of the 1982 penny. Now, within this confusion lies one of the most valuable pennies of all time, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. But what does no-mint mark mean, and why is it so important? Most U.S. coins carry a small mint mark to show where they were produced. Coins from Philadelphia, for example, often have a P mint mark, while those from Denver have a D. However, in 1982, the Philadelphia Mint produced a batch of pennies without their usual P mint mark. This was unusual, and it resulted in a very limited number of no-mint mark pennies being released into circulation. To add to the mystery, there are multiple varieties of the 1982 penny based on both composition and mint mark. You've got large date and small date varieties, copper and zinc compositions, and pennies produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But the most sought after of all is the 1982 no-mint mark penny, specifically the one made from copper. Now, if you're trying to figure out if you have one of these rare pennies, the first thing you'll need is a good scale. A copper penny from 1982 should weigh around 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. So, if you've got a penny from 1982 and it weighs more than 3 grams and doesn't have a mint mark, you might be holding something incredibly valuable. Here's the exciting part. While there are many 1982 pennies still in circulation, the number of no-mint mark copper pennies is extremely low. In fact, only a few have been discovered and verified to date. This scarcity has made the coin a hot commodity among collectors. Recently, one of these 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cents was sold at auction for an astonishing $58,222. That's right, this tiny penny is worth more than many luxury cars. And if you have one sitting in a drawer at home, you could be in for a major payday. Prices like this don't happen by accident. The value of rare coins is driven by a combination of factors: scarcity, demand from collectors, and the condition of the coin itself. The 1982 no-mint mark penny checks all these boxes, making it one of the most valuable pennies in recent history. So, how can you tell if you have a rare 1982 no-mint mark penny? Here's what you need to check for. 1. No mint mark. First, make sure there is no mint mark under the date. 2. Copper composition. Weigh the penny. If it's 3.11 grams, it's copper. If it's lighter, it's zinc. 3. Date: the penny must have been minted in 1982. If you think you've found one of these rare pennies, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade penny in mint condition can command an even higher price. So, what's the current market value for the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent? Well, as of now, one of these rare pennies recently sold for $58,222, and experts believe that. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Who knows, your next big find could be right around the corner. See you next time. And remember, keep your eyes on your change, because even a penny could be worth a fortune. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're talking about a coin that most people probably don't even think twice about: the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You heard me right. While many pennies out there aren't worth much more than their face value, there's a certain 1984 penny that recently sold for an astounding $66,292. So what makes this humble penny so valuable? Stick around to find out the history behind it, what to look for in your own collection, and why collectors are going crazy for this particular coin. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been in production since 1909, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or head side of the coin. The reverse, or tails side, originally featured 2 wheat ears, but since 1959, it has displayed the Lincoln Memorial. Now we're talking specifically about the 1984 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks just like any other penny minted that year. But here's the catch: there's a key error with some of these pennies that makes them worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Before we get into why this 1984 penny is worth tens of thousands, let's talk briefly about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters on U.S. coins that indicate where the coin was produced. The main U.S. mints are located in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins made in Denver bear a D, while those from San Francisco have an S. Philadelphia used to put no mint mark on its coins until 1980, when they began adding a P4 pennies as well. But if you have a penny from 1984 and there's no mint mark on it, don't worry. That's totally normal. Coins minted in Philadelphia that year did not have the P mark. However, this doesn't explain why a simple penny like that could sell for over $66,000, right? Here's where it gets interesting. What makes this 1984 Lincoln cent so special is a unique error that occurred during its production. Some of these coins feature a rare and collectible error known as the double die. In the world of coin collecting, an error like this happens when the coin's design is stamped more than once onto the die at slightly different angles. This results in what looks like doubling on certain parts of the coin, often visible on letters or numbers. On the 1984 Lincoln penny, the most notable double die error can be seen on Lincoln's ear. Yep, Lincoln has what looks like a second ear due to this error. This distinctive doubling, which collectors sometimes call the double ear error, makes this coin extremely rare and valuable. So why is this error such a big deal? Well, when it comes to rare coins, errors can greatly increase a coin's value. In the case of the 1984 double die Lincoln penny, very few were struck with this mistake, making them highly sought after by collectors. In fact, a 1984 double ear penny in mint condition was sold at auction for an astonishing $66,292. That's right, a single penny from 1984 fetched over $66,000 at auction. Now, this was for a top-quality, uncirculated example, but even lower-grade versions of this coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins hiding in your collection? First, check your 1984 Lincoln pennies closely, especially Lincoln's ear. If you see any doubling, particularly in that area, you might just be holding a valuable error coin. Next, check the overall condition. Coins in better shape, without much wear or scratches, will be worth more. If you suspect you have a double-die penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded. A coin that's verified as a genuine double-ear error in top condition can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, as we've seen. As of today, the highest recorded auction price for a 1984 double-die penny was $66,292. But like all collectibles, prices can fluctuate. Right now, the market for rare error coins is quite strong, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for high-grade examples. Depending on the condition, 1984 pennies with this error can sell anywhere from a few $100s to well over $60,000. So there you have it. What was once just a regular penny in your pocket could potentially be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you're a coin collector or just curious, I encourage you to go through your change jar, check those old coin collections, and who knows? You might just find a hidden gem like this 1984 Lincoln cent with the double die error. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin finds and tips on how to spot rare collectibles. And hey, if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins. Today, we're talking about a little penny that's making big waves in the collector's market, the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln cent. That's right, a penny that could be worth a small fortune. In fact, one recently fetched an astounding $36,292 at auction. So, what's the story behind this coin, and why are collectors willing to pay so much for it? Let's break it all down. First, let's dive into the history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it's gone through various design changes, but one thing that has remained constant is its iconic status in American currency. The 1988 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the D Mint mark on the coin. It might seem like an ordinary penny at first glance, but don't be fooled. There are some rare varieties and unique features that have collectors going crazy. So what makes the 1988 D penny so special? Well, it's not just any 1988 penny. The real value lies in a very specific variety of this coin known as the 1988 D transitional error. This particular variety features a design element on Lincoln's portrait that wasn't supposed to appear until 1989. Let me explain. Starting in 1989, the Lincoln cent's obverse design was modified, specifically the shape and appearance of Lincoln's ear. However, a small number of 1988 D pennies were struck with the 1989 obverse die by mistake. This makes it what's known as a transitional error coin, and it's super rare. Now, rarity is key in the world of coin collecting. The fewer examples of a coin there are, the more valuable it becomes. The 1988 D transitional error penny is one of those coins. It's so rare that only a few have been discovered in high grades, which is why one of these pennies recently sold for $36,292 at a major auction. Yep, you heard that right, a penny, worth over 36 grand. That's because it's not just about the error, it's about the condition, too. Collectors will pay a premium for coins that are in top-notch shape, especially if they've been graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, how do you know if you've got one of these valuable pennies sitting in your change jar? The most important thing to look for is the shape of Lincoln's ear. On the 1988 D transitional error penny, Lincoln's ear has the 1989 design, which is slightly more angular and prominent compared to the earlier version. You'll definitely need a magnifying glass or even a microscope to spot the difference, but it's worth it if you find one. And remember, condition is everything. If your coin has a lot of wear and tear, it might not fetch anywhere near $36,000. But even in circulated condition, these transitional error pennies can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, what's the current market value of a 1988 D transitional error penny? As we've mentioned, A high-grade example recently sold for over $36,000. But in lower grades, you could still see prices ranging from $500 to $2,000, depending on the condition. One of the most important things you can do if you think you've found one of these coins is to have it professionally graded. This will give you an official certification of the coin's authenticity and condition, which can dramatically increase its value. So there you have it, folks. The 1988 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but if it's the rare transitional error, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Always check your pocket change, keep an eye out for those unique features, and who knows, you might just have a hidden treasure sitting right in front of you. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into rare coins and collectibles. And let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny like this, or if you're going to go through your collection right now. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of pennies, and not just any penny. We're talking about a specific 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that's recently making waves in the coin world, with one selling for a jaw-dropping $86,292. That's right, a penny valued at tens of thousands of dollars. This little copper coin might look like any other Lincoln cent at first glance, but don't be fooled. Some 1988 Lincoln cents have been found to have a major minting error or special feature that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So let's break down the history, the rarity, the error, and of course, why it's worth so much money in today's market. To fully understand the significance of the 1988 penny, let's first take a quick trip back in time. The Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. It replaced the Indian head penny and has been in continuous production since. The design has undergone several changes over the decades. While the obverse, the side with Lincoln's portrait, has stayed relatively the same, the reverse has changed a few times, including the iconic Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 to 2008. So, let's fast forward to 1988. Most pennies produced in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. This is normal, as Philadelphia didn't begin using the P mint mark until 2017. So, if you're wondering why the 1988 penny without a mint mark is so special, there's more to the story. The real value lies in a fascinating mint error known as the wide AM, or sometimes referred to as the FG variety. This particular variation of the penny has caused quite a stir in the coin collecting community, and that's why certain 1988 pennies are fetching extraordinary prices at auctions. Now, here's where things get interesting. On the reverse of the 1988 Lincoln penny, there's a subtle but very important detail that sets it apart from other pennies produced that year: the placement of the initials FG, standing for Frank Gasparo, the designer of the reverse Lincoln Memorial. In a standard 1988 penny, the initials FG are placed closely to the Lincoln Memorial base. However, on some 1988 pennies, the FG initials are slightly farther apart, more consistent with the design intended for coins struck after 1992. This accidental use of a reverse die intended for later years resulted in what collectors call the wide AM variation. This variation isn't just rare, it's extremely rare. Only a handful of these error coins have been discovered, which is part of why the value has skyrocketed so much. To check if you have one of these valuable 1988 pennies, take a close look at the reverse side of your penny. Look closely at the letters A and M in America. On the wide AM error, you'll notice that there's more spacing between these two letters compared to a regular penny. And of course, the FG initials will be placed farther from the base of the memorial. If you find this rare error in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But how did this happen? Well, mint errors can occur for a variety of reasons. In this case, it seems that a die meant for pennies minted after 1992 was accidentally used to strike a few 1988 pennies. Although the mint is extremely careful, errors like this slip through occasionally. What makes this case so remarkable is the fact that it went unnoticed for years. It wasn't until collectors started carefully examining their pennies that they discovered this peculiar anomaly. Okay, let's talk about the numbers that everyone's interested in. Why are these pennies worth so much? Well, a recent auction saw one of these 1988 wide AM pennies sell for $86,292. Yes, you heard that right, over $86,000 for a penny. Several factors contribute to this astronomical value: the rarity of the error, the condition of the penny, also known as its grade, and the growing demand among collectors. Most pennies you come across will be worth their face value, or maybe a few dollars if they're in great condition. But if you find a pristine 1988 penny with a wide AM error, you're looking at a potential five-figure payday. Now, if you think you've found one of these valuable pennies, you'll want to get it professionally graded. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades meaning better condition. The higher the grade, the more your coin is worth. The top coin grading companies, like PCGS and NGC, can authenticate and certify your coin, giving it a grade that will help determine its market value. Once graded, you can consider selling your penny through auction houses or trusted online marketplaces like eBay. So, what's the takeaway here? Always check your change. That little 1988 penny sitting in your pocket or piggy bank could be worth thousands of dollars. Coins like this remind us that the smallest things can hold incredible value, if you know what to look for. If you're a coin collector, hobbyist, or even just someone with a jar of pennies lying around, take a few minutes to sort through them. You never know, maybe you'll be the next one to cash in on a once-in-a-lifetime find. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos on rare coins and valuable collectibles. And hey, if you've got an interesting penny story of your own, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something really special to talk about, something that could be hiding in your pocket change or maybe even a coin jar at home. We're diving into the fascinating history and incredible value of the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, which is now selling for as much as $51,822 on the market. That's right, one single penny could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Intrigued? Well, let's get right into it. Before we jump into the jaw-dropping values these pennies can reach, let's take a look at the basics of the 1989 Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln cent, or what many of us just call a penny, was first introduced back in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has undergone some changes over the years, but Lincoln has remained on the obverse, or front, of the coin ever since. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1989 Lincoln penny so special? Let's break that down. One of the main things to note is that the 1989 penny we're talking about today doesn't have a mint mark. A mint mark is typically a small letter that indicates where a coin was made. For pennies, a D would mean Denver Mint, an S stands for San Francisco Mint, and the absence of any mint mark indicates it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1989, pennies from Philadelphia didn't carry a mint mark, making this detail fairly common. But there's more to the story. In 1989, millions, actually billions, of these pennies were produced. So, what makes one 1989 penny stand out among the rest, especially enough to fetch such a high price? The answer lies in grade, rarity, and condition. Like with all coins, condition is key. Pennies that are heavily circulated, ones that have been in pockets, passed from hand to hand, and have a lot of wear, aren't going to be worth much more than face value. But if your 1989 penny is in mint state condition, meaning it looks as sharp and new as the day it was minted, the value can increase dramatically. Professional coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, assign grades to coins based on their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 1989 penny, collectors are looking for coins in mint state 68, MS 68, or higher. That's almost flawless condition. The penny that sold for $51,822 was one such example, graded MS 68 red, meaning it's almost perfect and has that bright, original red luster that copper coins have when they're freshly minted. Now, why is this one coin worth so much? Well, it's all about supply and demand. Even though billions of these pennies were made, finding one in this kind of pristine condition is incredibly rare. It's not just about the fact that it's from 1989, but the combination of a high grade and the no mint mark designation. Let's break down the market value for 1989 no mint mark Lincoln pennies by grade, average circulated condition. These are worth about 1 cent. They're common and used daily. Mint state 65. These coins, which are still uncirculated but have minor imperfections, can fetch around $5 to $15. Mint state 67. Coins in this condition can range from $100 to $250 depending on the luster and eye appeal. Mint state 68. This is where the big money starts to come in. Pennies graded MS 68 can sell for $2,000 to $5,000, and in some cases, more. Mint state 68 red. These are the top-tier examples that have fetched over $50,000 at auction.so. How do you know if you have a valuable penny? First, you'll want to check the year and see if it's a 1989 penny without a mint mark. Next, look at the overall condition. If it looks nearly perfect, with no visible wear and a bright red shine, you might want to have it professionally graded. But remember, only a small fraction of these coins are worth the big bucks, so don't get discouraged if yours isn't in mint condition. If you think you've found a potential gem, send it off to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade. It's important to get that certification, as it can dramatically increase your coin's value on the market. Speaking of the market, as of now, the record for a 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny stands at $51,822, and prices are continuing to rise. The coin market can fluctuate, but high-grade examples of this penny are in high demand. In fact, coins like these are often auctioned off at major coin shows or online platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay, where collectors from all over the world bid on rare coins.so. To wrap things up, while most 1989 pennies aren't going to be worth more than face value, there are a few out there that could make you a small fortune. It all comes down to condition, rarity, and the grade assigned by a professional service. If you think you've got one of these rare pennies, it's worth checking out. Who knows, that penny sitting in your piggy bank could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, coin enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin videos. Also, let us know in the comments, have you found any rare pennies in your collection? We'd love to hear your story. Imagine holding a simple penny, yes, a penny, that could be worth a jaw-dropping $91,822. That's right. This tiny copper coin, known as the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny, has gained attention in recent years for its surprising value, history, and rarity. But what makes this penny so special? Why is it commanding such high prices in today's market? Let's dive into the history, details, and current market value of this rare treasure. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's image. Since its debut, the penny has undergone various changes, but it remains one of the most iconic coins in American currency. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse of the Lincoln penny featured 2 wheat stalks, known as wheat ears. In 1959, the reverse design was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a design that would remain until 2008. When it comes to coin collecting, mint marks play a crucial role. A mint mark indicates the U.S. mint facility where the coin was produced. For pennies, common mint marks include D for Denver and S for San Francisco. If there's no mint mark, the penny was minted in Philadelphia. So what about the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? At first glance, it may seem like just another penny, but its lack of a mint mark, combined with its rarity and condition, makes it incredibly valuable to collectors. Now you may be wondering, how can a 1994 penny be worth almost $100,000? Well, a few key factors contribute to its high value. Let's break it down. Coin errors are a major attraction in the world of numismatics. For the 1994 penny, the key error is the absence of a mint mark. While Philadelphia pennies usually don't carry a mint mark, the rarity of this penny's condition and the flawless detail of the strike add significant value. Coin condition is everything in determining value. The highest graded 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has been graded at MS 69 by professional grading services. This means it's in almost perfect condition, with virtually no flaws visible under magnification. Only a handful of pennies from this year have been graded at this level, making it exceptionally rare. Demand drives value in the coin market, and the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has become a must-have for serious collectors. It's the rarity of finding one in such pristine condition that fuels the high price. In a recent auction, one of these pennies fetched an astounding $91,822. So you might be asking, do I have one of these rare pennies in my collection? Here's how you can check. First, look at the date, 1994. Next, check for the absence of a mint mark under the date. If there's no D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. After confirming the year and mint mark, assess the condition. If your penny shows little to no wear and retains its original luster, it could be worth having it professionally graded. Even lower graded versions of this coin can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the market. Now let's talk numbers. The highest recorded sale of a 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny hit $91,822 at auction. While that price was for an MS 69 penny, other coins from this year in excellent condition are still bringing in impressive figures. As of today, even lower-graded versions of this penny can sell for anywhere between $500 to $10,000. The key is finding one in excellent condition, as even slight wear can reduce its value. Coin collecting isn't just about the monetary value, it's about preserving history. Each coin tells a story of the time in which it was minted, the people who handled it, and the historical events surrounding it. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a small, seemingly ordinary object can become a rare piece of history worth a fortune. If you're interested in coin collecting, here are a few tips to get started. First, research is key. Learn about different coins, mint marks, and grading standards. Second, take care of your coins, store them in protective cases to avoid damage. Lastly, if you come across a penny or any coin that looks unusual, have it checked by a professional. Who knows, you might just have the next $91,822 penny in your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible stories from the world of coin collecting. And remember, that penny in your pocket might be worth far more than you think. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the world of coins, currency, and collectibles. Today, I've got a really exciting story for you. We're talking about a small, unassuming coin that has skyrocketed in value, the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. And guess what? Some of these pennies are worth up to $98,821. Yeah, you heard that right. A penny that can make you a near $100,000. Stick around to find out why this humble little coin is causing such a stir in the collector's market. Before we dive into the incredible value of this penny, let's take a look at the history of the 1995 Lincoln cent itself. These coins, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, are part of a long-running series that started way back in 1909. By 1995, the penny had undergone a few design changes, but the classic Lincoln image remained. Millions of these coins were minted across various U.S. mint locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Now, the Philadelphia Mint usually does not add a mint mark to the coins they produce, which is why we call this the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln cent. But what makes this penny special? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Most of the 1995 pennies you find in circulation are likely to be pretty worn down. They've been in pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks for decades. These are usually only worth their face value, or maybe a few cents more to a collector. But here's where things get really interesting. A small percentage of the 1995 pennies, especially those from Philadelphia, ended up with what's called a double die error. And no, I'm not talking about two coins. A double die error happens during the minting process, when the coin's image is accidentally struck twice, slightly off from the first strike. This results in some letters or numbers appearing doubled. You'll find this doubling most prominently in the word liberty and on the inscription "In God We Trust." This error makes the coin extremely rare and valuable, because it's not something that happens very often. In fact, the 1995 double die penny is one of the most famous error coins in modern coin collecting. Now, for most 1995 pennies, you're looking at maybe 10 to 15 cents for a coin in decent circulated condition. But if you have a 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a double die error, even in circulated condition, you're talking about a coin worth anywhere from $20 to $50. That's already impressive, right? However, in uncirculated condition, and we're talking mint state, where the coin looks as crisp and fresh as the day it left the mint, these can sell for thousands of dollars. But wait, there's one specific 1995 Lincoln cent that has made headlines recently. Here's the kicker. Just a little while ago, a pristine example of this 1995 no mint mark Lincoln cent, graded MS-69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, was sold at auction for a whopping $98,821. That's right, a penny sold for nearly $100,000. The coin's immaculate condition, coupled with the rarity of the error, is what pushed the value to this level. Let me explain that grade for a second. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS standing for mint state. A grade of MS-69 means that the coin is nearly perfect under magnification, one of the highest possible grades you can get. For a 1995 penny to survive in this condition, after all these years, is extremely rare, and that's why it fetched such a mind-boggling price. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Could I have one of these in my pocket or coin jar? Well, it's possible, but keep in mind the majority of these high-value 1995 pennies are in mint condition. However, even circulated versions of the double die error can still fetch a decent price, so it's always worth checking your change. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for. Examine Liberty on the obverse. You'll notice clear doubling in the letters, especially in the B, and R. Check "In God We Trust." The doubling is most visible on the G in God and the T in Trust. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to inspect the coin closely, as the doubling can be subtle at first glance. If you find one of these errors, it's definitely worth having the coin professionally graded, as the condition plays a massive role in its value. Alright, now let's say you find a 1995 Lincoln cent with the double die error. What should you do next? First, you'll want to send it off for grading. Companies like PCGS or NGC can give you an official grade, which is crucial for determining the coin's value. Then, you can either sell it through online auction houses like Heritage Auctions or via trusted coin dealers. Be sure to research the best way to sell high-value coins, as auction houses often charge fees but can also bring in the best price due to their large audience of serious collectors. So there you have it. The 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny, just another reminder that treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on your change. You never know when you might stumble upon something truly special. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future coin discoveries. And let me know in the comments below, have you checked your 1995 pennies yet? Maybe you've got a hidden fortune sitting in your wallet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1997 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This seemingly ordinary penny has a value that might just surprise you. Stick around as we explore its history, significance, and why it's worth a whopping $66,992 in today's market. First, let's talk about the basics. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, the design has seen various changes, but the essence of Lincoln's legacy remains a significant part of American currency. Now, let's focus on the 1997 penny. Most pennies from this year were produced with a mint mark, indicating where they were minted. However, the 1997 no-mint mark penny, those produced in Philadelphia, is where the intrigue begins. While most circulated without much thought, some began to notice that this particular penny stood out among the rest. The U.S. Mint produced over 4 billion 1-cent coins in 1997, which means you might think they're quite common. But as with any collectible, rarity and condition are key factors in determining value. The lack of a mint mark on the 1997 Lincoln penny means it was produced in Philadelphia. But it's not just the absence of the mint mark that adds to its value. Coin collectors and enthusiasts began to realize that certain 1997 pennies had unique features that made them more desirable. Some of these coins showed significant wear, while others remained in pristine condition, earning higher grades from professional grading services. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher can command incredible prices, leading to the eye-popping market value of $66,992. So, why is the 1997 no-mint mark penny valued at such a high price? The answer lies in the collector's market and the principles of supply and demand. As collectors become more educated about the value of rare coins, they seek out those unique pieces to add to their collections. The 1997 no-mint mark penny has gained a reputation as a treasure among coin collectors, driving its value up significantly over the years. But it's important to note that not every 1997 penny will fetch that kind of price. The condition of the coin is paramount. Coins that have been well preserved with little to no wear will always be worth more than those that are heavily circulated. It's essential to get your coins graded by a reputable service if you think you may have a valuable one. If you're a budding collector, here are a few tips for spotting rare coins like the 1997 no-mint mark penny. First, check your change. You never know what you might find. Second, familiarize yourself with the grading system. Knowing how to assess the condition of a coin can make all the difference. Finally, join coin collecting forums or clubs. Networking with other collectors can provide valuable insights into where to find rare coins and how to evaluate them. In summary, the 1997 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may look like an ordinary penny, but its rarity and the right condition can make it extraordinarily valuable. As we've discussed, the current market value stands at an impressive $66,992. If you're lucky enough to find one, it might just change your financial future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more exciting content on coin collecting and numismatics. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? Share your stories in the comments below. Until next time, happy. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin might look like just another penny in your pocket, but it has an incredible story and a market value that might just surprise you. So, let's get started. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a profile of Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, which were later changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. The penny has undergone several design changes throughout its history, but it remains one of the most collected coins in the United States. Over the decades, millions of Lincoln pennies have been minted, but not all of them hold significant value. Today, we're focusing on a particular year, 1998, where something unusual happened. Mint marks are small letters stamped onto coins to indicate where they were produced. For the Lincoln penny, the mint marks can be found on the reverse side, just below the date. In 1998, pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. However, the Philadelphia Mint also produced coins without a mint mark, which is what makes this particular penny so interesting. Now, you might be wondering, why does the mint mark matter? Well, it can significantly affect a coin's value. Coins without mint marks are often rarer, and that rarity can drive prices sky high in the collector's market. The 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is an excellent example of a coin that has gained remarkable value over the years. While many 1998 pennies are worth only 1 cent, the no-mint mark version has become a collector's item. In pristine condition, specifically graded as MS67 or higher, it can fetch astronomical prices. As of now, the current market value for a 1998 no-mint mark penny is around $81,992. Yes, you heard that right, almost $82,000 for a single penny. This price is due to the rarity and condition of these coins, making them highly sought after by collectors. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1998 no-mint mark penny? Here are a few tips. Look for the mint mark. Check the reverse side of your penny. If there's no mint mark, it's a potential candidate. Assess the condition. The grade of the coin is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. A coin in MS67 or better is what you're aiming for. Consult a professional. If you're unsure about the value or condition of your penny, consider consulting a professional coin dealer or getting it graded by a service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Now, let's talk about market trends. The value of coins can fluctuate based on demand, condition, and the overall economy. Recently, there has been an increased interest in collecting rare coins, which has driven up prices for coins like the 1998 no-mint mark penny. Experts predict that as more collectors enter the market, the value of these rare coins could continue to rise. If you have one in your collection, now might be the time to get it appraised. In conclusion, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It's a piece of history that could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, always remember to check your change. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more numismatic insights, and let us know in the comments if you have a 1998 no-mint mark penny or any other rare coins. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what's hiding in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2000D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that's not just a piece of currency but a treasure worth a staggering $69,177. Let's explore its history, what makes it so valuable, and how you can tell if you've struck gold with one of these pennies. First, let's talk about the Lincoln penny itself. This coin has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, making it one of the longest-running coins in the U.S. mint's history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny features a profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse from 1959 until 2008. However, in 2000, the U.S. Mint produced a special design called the Union Shield on the reverse, marking a significant transition in the coin's history. The 2000D mint mark indicates that this particular penny was minted in Denver, and it's a part of the regular circulation series. What makes the 2000D Lincoln penny so special? It's all about errors and varieties. There are several notable errors associated with this coin, but the most sought after is the 2000D wide AM penny. Now, what does wide AM mean? Normally, the letters A and M in America on the reverse are close together. However, due to a minting error, Some of the 2000D pennies feature a wider spacing between these letters. This minor detail has a huge impact on its value. While most 2000D pennies are worth just 1 cent, the wide AM variant can fetch you thousands. So let's get into the juicy details, the valuation. As of now, a 2000D wide AM penny can be valued at approximately $69,177, depending on its condition and grading. That's right. A penny you might have dismissed could be worth more than a used car. Factors influencing the value of this coin include its rarity, condition, and demand in the collector's market. The rarer the coin and the better its condition, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. For the 2000D wide AM, you're looking for coins graded at least MS66 or higher to hit that high value. Now, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? Here are some tips for identification. Examine the reverse. Look closely at the letters A and M in America. If they appear to be spaced wide apart, you might have a wide AM. Check the condition. The more pristine the coin, the more it's worth. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches, dents, or any other imperfections. Get it graded. If you think you have a wide AM penny, consider getting it professionally graded. This can significantly boost its value when you sell or trade it. Let's take a look at the current market trends. The value of the 2000D wide AM penny has been on the rise as collectors are becoming increasingly aware of its rarity. Recent auction results have shown that these coins are not only holding their value but sometimes selling for even more than expected. Coin shows and online auctions have become hotspots for buyers and sellers, with many enthusiasts looking to complete their collections. It's a great time to be involved in numismatics. So, there you have it, folks. The 2000D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny is more than just a piece of change. It's a potential gold mine. If you find one of these coins, take the time to check its details carefully. You never know, you might just have a valuable piece of history in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating content about coins and collecting. Share your experiences with the 2000D penny in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on a penny that's worth a lot more than just 1 cent. That's right, we're talking about the 2001D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny, which currently holds a staggering market value of $44,299. So, if you're a collector or just curious about the history of this coin, stay tuned as we unravel its story, rarity, and why it's a must-have for any serious numismatist. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 2001D Lincoln penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, marking Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, another classic representation that's familiar to most of us. The 2001D penny has a diameter of 19 millimeters, weighs 2.5 grams, and is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. But what makes this particular penny stand out from the rest? The 2001D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the 4 active mints in the United States. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies each year to meet the public demand for small change. However, amidst this mass production, there were some interesting anomalies. One of the most notable aspects of the 2001D penny is its potential for errors. In coin collecting, error coins can fetch incredible prices due to their rarity. Certain varieties of the 2001D penny, particularly those with doubling or misprints, are sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the value. As of now, the 2001D Lincoln penny is valued at $44,299. But how did it reach such a staggering price? It all comes down to rarity and demand. While millions of these coins were minted, only a handful have been graded as uncirculated or have notable errors. The combination of these factors creates a perfect storm for collectors willing to pay top dollar. Recently, high-grade examples of the 2001 D penny have sold at auctions for tens of thousands of dollars, making it one of the most coveted modern coins in the market today. Now, if you think you might have one of these valuable pennies, here's how to identify them. Look for coins in pristine condition, preferably graded by a reputable service such as PCGS or NGC. Pay special attention to any doubling on the obverse, particularly on the word Liberty and the date. Also, inspect the mint mark. The D mint mark on the coin's reverse indicates it was minted in Denver. Keep an eye out for any irregularities or unique characteristics that could signify an error coin. For those looking to start their own collection or sell their coins, here are a few tips. First, always keep your coins in protective holders to avoid scratches and damage. Second, research your coins thoroughly. Knowledge is power in the world of collecting. Finally, connect with other collectors through forums, clubs, and social media to stay informed about market trends. To recap, the 2001 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of history and a prime example of how even common coins can become rare treasures. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on coins and collectibles. Have you ever found a valuable penny? Share your stories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy. Welcome back to our channel. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare coins, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2004 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. Believe it or not, this little coin is worth a staggering $11,099. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore the history, significance, and current market value of this intriguing penny. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln 1 cent penny was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, which is the front side of the coin. For the first time in U.S. history, the penny also displayed a depiction of a famous American on the reverse, which originally featured wheat ears, giving it the nickname Wheat Penny. However, in 1959, the design was changed to honor Lincoln's memorial, which is what we see today. In 2004, the U.S. Mint celebrated the 95th anniversary of the Lincoln penny by issuing a series of coins with 4 different reverse designs, each representing a significant aspect of Lincoln's life: his early childhood in Indiana, his formative years in Illinois, his presidency during the Civil War, and the Lincoln Memorial. Now, focusing on the 2004 D Mint Mark penny specifically, it was struck at the Denver Mint. What sets this coin apart is not just its design but also the rarity of certain varieties. The D on the coin denotes that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. One of the most significant points about the 2004 D penny is the extra leaf variety. This version shows an additional leaf on the corn stalks in the design, which collectors highly seek after. This variety occurred due to a die error, making it a prime target for both novice and seasoned collectors. If you're lucky enough to have one of these in your collection, it could be worth a lot more than the standard penny. So, what's the current market value of the 2004 D Mint Mark penny? As of now, the value is approximately $11,099 for the extra leaf variety. This remarkable figure is due to its scarcity and the high demand among collectors. For regular 2004 D pennies, they typically circulate for just 1 cent. However, if you're a collector, always look out for variations, errors, and conditions that could significantly impact their value. Coins that are graded higher, especially in mint condition, can fetch much higher prices at auctions and through dealers. Now that you know the value, you might be wondering, how can I identify a valuable penny? Here are a few tips. Check for the mint mark. Always look for the mint mark on the coin. The 2004 D will have a D located just below the ear. Look for errors. As mentioned, the extra leaf variety is a significant error. Use a magnifying glass to closely inspect the reverse side of the penny for any additional leaves on the corn stalks. condition matters. The overall condition of the coin plays a critical role in its value. Coins that are well preserved, without scratches or discoloration, will have a higher value. Get it graded. If you believe you have a valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. This can greatly increase its resale value. If you're looking to sell your 2004 D Mint Mark penny, there are several avenues you can explore. Online platforms like eBay or specialized coin marketplaces often have buyers actively seeking rare coins. You can also visit local coin shops or attend coin shows, where collectors gather to buy, sell, and trade. Be sure to do your research and know the current market value before selling. It's also a good idea to get multiple offers to ensure you get the best price. To wrap up, the 2004 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a penny. It's a piece of history with substantial value for collectors. Whether you have a regular penny or a rare variety, understanding its history and value can enhance your collection and potentially lead to some profitable sales. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable penny in your own collection. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic that every coin collector and enthusiast should know about, the 2005 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. This little coin, often overlooked, has become a prized possession for many collectors, and you won't believe its current market value, which is a whopping $8,921. So, let's get started. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the history behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, introduced in 1959. However, the year 2005 was significant as it marked the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and the U.S. Mint celebrated with a special series of pennies. The 2005 pennies feature new designs that celebrated different aspects of Lincoln's life. But today, we're focusing on the standard 1-cent coin minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark. So, what exactly is a mint mark? Mint marks are small letters placed on coins to indicate where they were minted. For instance, P stands for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. The absence of a mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While many coins from 2005 have either a D or S mint mark, the no mint mark variety is what we're particularly interested in today. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 2005 no mint mark penny. When it was first released, it was circulated just like any other penny, which means many people might not have thought twice about it. However, as time passed, collectors began to recognize that certain coins, especially those with unique characteristics, could be worth much more than their face value. What makes the 2005 no mint mark penny so special? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. As fewer of these coins remain in circulation, their value increases. The condition of the coin also plays a crucial role in determining its worth. Speaking of condition, let's talk about coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 1 being heavily worn and 70 being perfect, uncirculated condition. For the 2005 no mint mark penny, those in excellent condition can fetch much higher prices on the market. Here are a few examples of grading. Good, G for heavy wear, but the details are still visible. Fine, F12 moderate wear, with most details still clear. Extremely fine, EF40 light wear, with almost all details visible. Mint state. MS uncirculated coins with no signs of wear can reach values as high as $8,921, depending on demand and market conditions. Now let's discuss the current market value. As of now, the 2005 no mint mark Lincoln penny has been valued at around $8,921 in top condition. But why has it reached such a staggering amount? The market for coins fluctuates based on demand, collector interest, and rarity. As more collectors enter the hobby and seek out specific coins, values can skyrocket. The rarity of high-grade 2005 no-mint mark pennies makes them particularly sought after, especially as newer generations of collectors look to acquire pieces from American history. If you think you might have one of these valuable coins, here's how to identify it. Look for the absence of a mint mark on the obverse side, which is the front side with Lincoln's portrait. If you find one, examine its condition closely. You might want to use a magnifying glass to check for any signs of wear or damage. If you do possess a high-value coin, consider selling it through reputable auction houses, coin shows, or online marketplaces. Remember to get it appraised by a professional to ensure you're receiving a fair price. In conclusion, the 2005 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark is a fantastic example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can be worth a significant amount of money. With its rich history, unique features, and current market value of $8,921, it's a perfect addition to any collector's portfolio. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a valuable penny? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing specifically on a unique piece of American history, the 2060 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin may look ordinary, but it carries a story and a value that will blow your mind. So, if you want to find out why this penny could be worth a whopping $66,011, stick around to understand the significance of the 2060 mint mark Lincoln penny. We first need to look at its background. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin featured the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse and the words, 1 cent, along with a wheat stalk on the reverse, which was used until 1958. In 1959, the design was updated to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, featuring the Lincoln Memorial. This design remained in circulation until the introduction of the new design in 2009, celebrating the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. However, in 2006, the Denver Mint produced the D Mint mark pennies, which had their own unique characteristics. Now, let's talk about how these coins were made. The 2006 D Mint mark Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint. It contains 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a composition that became standard for pennies after 1982. These pennies weigh 2.5 grams and have a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. What makes the 2060 penny particularly interesting is not just its composition, but also its mintage. In 2006, a total of 2,306,000 pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, making it less common than many other years. So, what determines the value of a coin like the 2060 mint mark Lincoln penny? Several factors come into play, including its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. The condition of a coin is often graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. For the 2060 penny, those graded in uncirculated condition can fetch a higher price, especially if they are graded MS67 or higher. Some rare examples of the 2060 penny in perfect condition have been known to sell for over $66,000. Now, how can you tell if your 2060 penny is one of the valuable ones? Look for a few key features. Mint mark location. Check for the D mint mark just below Lincoln's shoulder on the obverse. This indicates that it was minted in Denver. Condition. Inspect the coin for any scratches, dings, or discoloration. Coins that are free from imperfections are more likely to be valuable. Rarity. Look out for specific die varieties that may have occurred during the minting process. Some collectors pay a premium for these rare varieties. As of now, the current market value of the 2060 mint Mark Lincoln penny can vary significantly. While most circulated coins are worth their face value, uncirculated and high-graded specimens can command prices in the thousands. According to recent sales, one such penny was sold for an astonishing $66,011. The coin market is dynamic, so values can fluctuate based on collector interest, market trends, and other factors. It's crucial to stay informed if you own one of these coins or are considering investing in one. So, if you're looking to get into coin collecting or are curious about your own collection, here are some tips. Research. Educate yourself about coins and their values. Online resources, books, and forums are great places to start. Join a community. Connect with other collectors through local clubs or online communities. They can provide valuable insights and advice. Store properly. Keep your coins in protective holders to maintain their condition and value. Consult professionals. If you think you have a rare coin, consider having it appraised by a professional coin dealer or grading service. And there you have it. The 2060 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may look like a simple coin, but it holds the potential for incredible value. Remember, every penny has a story, and this one is no exception. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more amazing content, and let us know in the comments if you have any questions or if you own one of these rare pennies. Thanks for watching, and happy